is Stephen with Bridgetti. It's Friday, and welcome to the show. And it's me, and Bridgetti will be joining me in a moment. I'm just going to go full screen and take that down. Right, live on YouTube again. There is something about YouTube which has caught my imagination, and I'm just going to refresh behind the scenes and find the YouTube link, which I found, and then I can actually share out the show. It's been, I say hello to Mr. Upton. I'm improving. I think by the end of the day, I should be a bit better. And second question, if I can get it on screen. Right, it's the same question. I've got an echo. And say hello to Kelly. And Kelly's saying hello to Bridgetti and Stephen. Bridgetti will be with me shortly. She'll be voice only, which I'm just glad that Bridgetti is actually joining me, really. Let me go over to the menu and say welcome to the show. And this is interesting. This is Bridgetti and Stephen in discussion. And just waiting for a thumbs up from Bridgetti. And audio only. I'm not going to get a thumbs up if you sound any, am I? Don't know. I'll bring Bridgetti onto the show anyway and turn off her camera. And I can see a foot. So I'm trying to get the video off. If you could, I can see a feet, Bridgetti. If you could just turn the video off, that'd be good. No, I can just see a pair of plimsolls on the floor. Right. Okay. Right. At the moment, I'm live, but I'm actually I'm talking to you, but nobody can hear you. So it looks as though I'm talking to myself, which, um, yeah, I can't switch your camera off either. It does say audio only. Let's see if well, yeah, you're not actually on screen, but yeah, I was just yeah. No, you're not. No, nobody could hear you either. Well, they could possibly hear you. Well, the thing is, it is showing your camera off, but it's not. It's still showing the picture. Right, we're experimenting, everybody. Normal service may or may not be resumed. If anybody wants to join me on camera, then I'm going to post the guest link, and the link to join me is here. This is our last show of the year, and we had plans. Right, so that's the link to join me on camera if you wish, if you're camera ready. And sorry, Bridgetti, carry on. I'm talking and listening. I'm trying to talk. It is, yeah, because no, you see, the thing is, nobody knows what you're saying. Okay, so all right, okay, I'll bring you up on screen, but I've got a picture. Just if I show people what I can see, that's what I can see. I can see your carpet.
My goodness. Okay, so I am unable to. I've been. The only option it's giving me is to turn the camera the other way, but it's not letting me turn the camera off. So here's what I did in the first instance. When I tried to join the first time,
Yep.
when you give BeLive the permission to, I am live now, right?
You are live, yeah.
Okay, so let me just give everyone the background as to the challenge that I'm facing today. So a warm welcome from me, Bridgetti, in Cape Town, and this is completely out of the norm. This is not what I normally do or how we usually do things at all. And as you all know, I am definitely not camera shy, so it's not that at all. And is that gospel? Hello, gospel. So I'm not camera shy at all. But here's the challenge. In the last few days, some of you may or may not know, I've suffered really badly with chronic pain, and I have just gone into a really, really bad episode um, of pain, and I'm not able to sit long enough. I can sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm out for the count. So I literally am not able to appear on camera because I'm having to move around and just find ways of keeping myself comfortable. And that's the only reason I'm not on camera. So what I did the first time when I tried to join, and obviously, so you get, if you're receiving the link, and it will ask you to open up the BeLive app, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then it asks you to grant camera permission and audio permission.
Yes.
So this is new for me. I've never really done this. I think I've gone live as a guest on the app once before, maybe, but it's not something I usually do because I'm a desktop person. I love the desktop and I love the camera. So again, this is not about being camera shy at all. Anyway, so I clicked on permissions and
Mm-hmm.
I decided, because Stephen and I, we'd agreed beforehand saying I wasn't going to be on camera today because of my health situation.
Good job.
John says nice brown carpet. Thanks, John. Any-
Well, this is just an idea. Have you got a window we could look out of?
um, yes, I
I
could.
can drop you down while you find one.
Can you drop me down and I'll
Yeah.
go find you a nice.
Right. So Bridgetti's off to find a view. I'm in Wiltshire in England. Bridgetti, of course, is in Cape Town, South Africa. And this is our Friday show. We're winding down. This is our end of the year show. And then we're taking a short break in the new year. And Gospel is saying, I found the link in the bot didn't work. It could be me. It could be it doesn't actually work from mobile. And Kelly, link works for me in Messenger. So I think desktop was no problem at all, but it appears to be a pesky little. Now we're talking. Okay. When Bridgetti says yes, I shall bring Bridgetti back on the screen. This is like I live here, only Fonza's not here. Yeah, on the PC, Kelly. Right, are we good? And there we are.
And I'm back.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
that's better than looking at my carpet, right?
It's an improvement on looking at the carpet. Yes, it's green because
Okay, let me turn it that way. Does that look better? Or does it make it sideways?
that makes it sideways.
Okay, all right. Let me turn the other way around. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're
And
good.
it's a little bit of it's an awkward time of the day because I could show you a much better view than this, but you'll be looking at the sharp sun right now, and that's not going to be a great view either.
All right. And from John. And John's saying beautiful green leaves.
Now this is in my garden.
And Kelly can hear the birds. And the question is, are there any monkeys around or any other creatures around the garden?
You know what I do find around my garden that I love, and you can hear the birds, is we have squirrels. We have lots of squirrels around. So that's the great part. I love listening to the squirrels. Um, and birds are plenty. At the moment, the problem that I've got is I've got some birds that have decided to make my bedroom ceiling their home.
Ah.
And that's not very pleasant at all. Totally not happy with that situation. Um, and so I'm hoping to find a way to get them to say goodbye and move into a new home.
You want to rehouse them?
I want just, yes, and I'm like, this is not going to be. This is not going to happen.
Right. And Gospel is saying she
Anyway,
prefers...
yeah, such as...
Yeah, sorry.
What it got? Oh, nice. What is...
What colour? I don't know. I think that's from earlier. I think there's a slight lag between what we're seeing and what's happening in the real world.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I've had an interesting few days with my issues.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get back to normal soon, or soon-ish anyway.
Finish. Well, you've got the Christmas...
Yeah, that's the best I can hope for.
Right. Okay. You've got the Christmas break coming up. Will it help not to, to be able to take a couple of weeks off this live broadcasting thing? And
Well, when I get into a really bad spell like this, the best thing I can do for myself is total bed rest.
yes.
And so it's kind of, I think, happened almost at the right time. I mean, there's never a really great time to be in pain.
No.
But, since it's wind down time, I think it is a great opportunity for me to just take a complete break and rest, So I am looking forward to that for sure. See a bit of the blue skies we've got here.
Right. And Gospel is saying, get well soon. Oh, the skies are beautiful because, I mean, it's the equivalent of our June, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, we've got summer, summer here, so it's pretty hot.
Is that a cactus or is it a... No, it's not. John, can you
No.
name that plant?
Do you know what that is?
No, well, that's John. See if John knows, and then if John doesn't know, then please do tell us.
Okay, let John have a guess, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the logo off. We've got the wrong logo on, so I need to replace it. There we are. That's better. Sorry. Right. Okay.
Any guesses from you?
I am. Oh, wait a minute. Kelly's got... Kelly says it's a banana tree.
Yes, it is.
Kelly always gets it right. John is saying it's a banana plant, and they both answered at the same time. And banana.
It's a tree. It's massive.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you something interesting here.
Okay.
This banana tree was weeks back. It's summer, but we had an unusually unseasonal storm not too long ago, and it wreaked havoc in the garden. So I'm going to show you what happened. This massive banana tree came crashing down, and I was wondering why our statue was skew. And what had happened when I came to inspect it is that the banana tree landed on top of the statue. And so the statue is now holding the tree upright. Can you even believe that? It's crazy. This massive tree. And then I thought the tree had died, but it hasn't. As you can see, the leaves are still pretty healthy and good, and the tree is still going, despite the fact that it's literally rear-ended itself, roots in the air, but somehow it's still managing to grow. Still found its happy space. And so, yeah, that banana tree, despite being rear-ended, is still growing.
All right. Now, you see, I thought we only had Mr. Jon Upton, who's got his own allotment and everything, who have any knowledge of that. But I've been corrected now. And if we have any more questions about gardening, I shall ask Kelly and Gospel as well. Right.
It would seem that way, right?
Yeah. And Yeah, everybody says banana plant. And now Kelly's come back and Kelly's saying, I have a friend in Toronto with 3 of them in a home-made greenhouse heated to 10 degrees for the winter. Well, it'd have to be heated with the winters that Sarnia has and Ontario has.
So can I tell you something interesting?
Sure.
They also use these banana leaves. The Filipinos use them to serve food on. So you can take
Yeah.
those huge big leaves and they lay them out on the table. And so instead of dishes, the food gets served on right directly on top of those leaves.
Oh, wow.
They're massive leaves. So that's an interesting fun fact for you.
And we've got Gospel. Gospel is saying, do you have mango trees, Bridgetti?
I don't have, but we do have in South Africa. Yes, we do.
Okay.
I'm growing some tomatoes at the moment, and they're growing gorgeously. Tomatoes grow like weeds here. They grow very,
Right.
very easily, and of course, I love tomatoes. We're doing a gardening show today.
Oh, we are. We are.
Oh my goodness! But
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
And
so we've got something to feed back to BeLive that it seems you can't turn off the camera when you're on mobile.
that's right, which means that you can't join voice only. So yeah, that's we should let them know about that. Because
I didn't know that. I mean, this was kind of like the first trial and error for me.
yeah, Kelly's requested some ice cream banana splits if you could.
Oh my goodness, Kelly! I think that sounds about right. I would love a banana split right now too. It's pretty hot here. It's summer, so um, I indulge in quite a bit of ice cream. I
Right,
must admit, 'tis the season,
it is the
for ice
season.
cream.
Yeah, well, we just bought some because it's
Oh,
Christmas.
really?
It's Christmas tomorrow. We're having our first Christmas dinner tomorrow because Angelica's son and daughter will be away over Christmas. So I'm cooking Christmas dinner tomorrow, turkey
Oh,
with all
wow.
the trimmings, and we needed some ice cream to go with it as well. So it's Christmas Day tomorrow, the practice run,
Ah,
right? And
and you're having the guest over at your house. They're having
yeah, it's Angelica's son and daughter, Katie and
Okay.
Martin, and partners.
Yeah.
And just over for the day. And it's a pre-Christmas celebration because Katie is traveling and Martin is going to his partner's parents on Christmas Day. So there we are. So it is Christmas tomorrow. And it's just a chance to rehearse. Gospel is saying, I'm presuming it's gospel. If it's not gospel, but Nigeria uses the banana leaf to cook and serve food too. Very well.
Aha.
Okay.
Aha.
And banana bread or cake.
Ooh, I love banana bread.
I can see we're going to have to do a cooking program pretty
A
soon.
banana, yeah, it looks like it. Banana loaf is so easy to make, and of course, if you've got bananas in abundance, which we do,
Mm-hmm.
um, and of course, you need, to make the best banana loaf, you need overripe bananas, and those are not hard to come by here either. Pretty easy to buy a whole bunch of bananas. In fact, did you know it's pretty easy to freeze bananas?
Uh-huh.
So if they are, if you've got a lot and they sort of edging towards going overripe, and you can't use them straight away, you can put them in the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use that to make banana loaf with. Works perfectly well.
So we've got gardening and cooking and gospel is
Totally unplanned.
and gospel can make it too. That's good. All right. Okay. Right. So we've no agenda today, none whatsoever. We're just busking it. It's been quite a year, live video wise, and we've had many highlights and some lower moments. But if we look at what we had at the beginning of the year and what we've got now, I think there's a total difference, isn't there, Bridgetti?
Oh, absolutely. I think BeLive has grown, live streaming has grown. There's so many more options available to us now that we didn't have a year ago. And so, I'm always eternally grateful for change. Change is good, growth is good. And even though I'm not ending the year feeling all that happy with my health situation, I'm looking forward to the new year. New year,
Yeah.
new opportunities, and new growth.
Uh, uh,
That's always great.
Indeed, and I'm thankful for the our friends. And we've made many friends, and friendships have grown in the last 12 months, and it's something to be grateful for. And I'm honoured to have such a wonderful group of friends, multi-talented. They are chefs, they are gardeners, and a lot of that, a lot more besides. They also create videos too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I think, we've been talking about gardening and things, all kinds of things unexpectedly, but I think I would like to definitely um, touch on live streaming before we end the
mhm.
show. And, it is our
Okay.
final show for the year. So I would like to end with a great live streaming tip. I don't know if you saw my post in the BeLivers group about an interview that was done on national television. Actually, it
Hmm.
wasn't a live stream, but it was on national television,
Right.
and people came out on Twitter in droves, basically complaining about the way that the interview was handled. Um, so, to give you a bit of background, the interview
Okay.
was with a media personality, an experienced media personality. Um, she had actually won I think it was the Miss South Africa or Miss Universe. I can't remember the details right now, so I'm under correction with that part. But she was an experienced woman at the time,
Hmm.
or personality at the time. And the lady who interviewed her was pretty green at the time. She was, a young lady.
Hmm.
Now it was interesting the feedback that some people gave on this. So what had happened in the interview is when they started the interview, the host, who's the young inexperienced lady, asked the guest how would she like to be addressed,
Right.
and the guest made quite a fuss about how she wanted to be addressed and pointed out to the host that she is double her age and could therefore be her mother, and therefore she must be addressed in a manner that denotes respect, which made for an awkward moment,
Hmm.
the way
Yeah.
that it went down. And then as the interview progressed, she asked her, during the process of being chosen as whether it was Miss South Africa or Miss Universe. As I said, um, I'm not on top of that detail right now. I can't remember whether, but either way, she was, during that process being chosen as a beauty queen, she was asked what her thinking process was, um, you know, running up to her winning. And the guest responded by sort of saying to her, "What kind of a stupid question is that?" Um, so it made for another awkward moment. Now,
Right.
most people came out in defense of the uh, the host and said that the guest was a bad guest.
Hmm.
Now, my take on that was, first of all, and I've got a coaching and mentoring mindset. So, if I'm being interviewed by a younger person, I would give them a lot more leniency because I understand that they need, they're in training or whatever. And I'd cut them some slack,
Hmm.
and I would avoid trying to say anything that may embarrass them because I understand what it's like when you're in the spotlight. I understand what it's like when you're the host and you are new at live video or live TV or whatever it is, it's quite an experience. So I would have a lot more empathy towards my host. And then someone pointed out in the group um, that it was the job of the host to make the interviewee or the guest comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
Indeed.
I am totally on board with that. So I think what she was trying to say is don't point fingers at the guest, point fingers at the host of how she handled it. So what I'm saying to that is, yes, I do understand that it is the job of the host to make the guest feel comfortable. But I think that in this case, the guest was intentionally trying to be unkind, if I can put it that way,
Yeah.
because there were two hosts. There was a male and a female, and both were young people. But she seemed to me, it seemed to be one of those instances where it was a woman on woman thing, where
Mm-hmm.
women somehow don't rise to the occasion to lift other women, to show them up so they could look better. I'm not saying that that was the case, but it it could have been a situation like that. Um, and so for me, the biggest take home about this is that a lot of this could have been avoided and by preparation,
Mm.
doing a pre-interview, doing your background work, that awkwardness in the beginning, for example. So this is a tip to anyone who's new to live streaming. Something like how to address your guest is something you sort out in the pre-interview. Conversations prior to you going live, whatever the medium is. Find that out. That should be that should be your pre, and you can hear my dogs in the background now. That should be in your pre-interview.
Mm.
Establish how your guest wants to be addressed. And establish if there's anything um, that is off the cards for during the interview,
Oh yeah, that's
so that
important.
so that by the time that you go live, there's going to be no surprises for you or for the guest, and it's just going to make the interview run so much smoother. So for me, the big take home is, or the tip is, prepare, 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 prepare. Do that in advance. Make sure the tech is sorted out. Make sure that the line of questioning is agreed on with your guest. So that there are totally no surprises and everybody feels comfortable and happy by the time the interview takes place.
Good advice, and I'll catch the post that you did and check it out. And it's in the BeLivers group, so if you just search for Bridgetti in the BeLivers group, you find the post. A couple of comments that come in from Kelly. Is saying, "Don't talk politics at the dinner table tomorrow, Stephen. I won't be talking about politics at all. We've given up politics for this year, totally. I'm not going to even mention it today." And Gospel is saying, "I just found out today that a young lady was Miss Universe 2019."
There we go. There we go.
Right. Well, this has been a most fascinating. This is the video. So this is the chat with the tree. Behind the tree, in front of the tree, at the side of the tree, is Bridgetti. Bridgetti, would you like to close us out for a final show of this year? Or
Yes, I would. I want to say a huge big thank you to everyone who's joined us today, and I'm going to give a shout out to everyone who's joined us throughout 2019. It's been quite a year for everyone, but every year is like that. We've always got challenges and we've got wins, and so I want to say a huge big thank you from Steve and I to all our supporters. This is our final show for the year, and so we're going to be taking a bit of a break. And I want to wish you, if you're taking time out for the holidays, I want to wish you happy holidays. I want to wish you Safe holidays. Do not engage in distracted driving. We'd like all of you to come back healthy, fit in 2020. So from me in Cape Town and the beautiful blue sky, I'm
Indeed.
going to say have a great holiday and we'll see you next year.
And from me in Wiltshire, take care. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you in 2020. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. And final comment goes to Kelly. Better show them between the ferns. Okay, Kelly, thank you for that. Take care, everybody. We'll both see you again soon. Bye for now.